5 Alive News with Michael Barnes, Vanessa Brown Newby, Trico Fullerton, Avella Henning, Artise Hines, Daniel Lubin, Stefan McAfee, and Alnito Williams. Welcome to 5 Alive News. My name is Avella Henning. I'm going to talk about Donald Trump and the Republican National Convention. Now, at this year's RNC's convention, the 45th president, Donald J. Trump, has officially accepted the nomination for the Republican Party to run for the next president of the United States of America. Now, in true Trump fashion, he engaged the live audience, contrary to the Democratic Party, who was all virtual. His acceptance speech was held at the White House lawn with his beautiful wife, Melania, at bay. His speech was 70 minutes long and consisted mostly of promises to boost the economy and to rid the country of the coronavirus once and for all. Though given misleading numbers concerning the deaths related to COVID-19, he promises to return us to normalcy. Aside from the grandeur promises of making America great again, he could not pass up the chance of warning the countries of the perils that await if you elect Joe Biden. He fervently mentioned on how Joe Biden would hinder the job creation, violence in American cities would also increase. Overall, the Republican Party is ready for a battle for the presidency, and they showed they're not afraid of the coronavirus. Remember, go out and vote. Now on to Biden.
Former Vice President Joe Biden is on the cloud right now. He's actually leading 5 points ahead of Trump. What will November bring us? How are we going to feel about it? How do you feel about Kamala Harris? Is this the ticket the Democrats need to put them ahead? We'll see. California right now is under fire, literally. The world is at war with each other. We need change. We need change now.
Hello to all. The Vice President has two major responsibilities. One is to preside over the Senate, and the other is to succeed to the presidency in the death or resignation of the president. A key component in the selection of Vice President is that the nominee would be ready to be president as of day one of entering the office. The Republican Party selected Mike Pence, and the Democratic Party selected Kamala Harris. Each party feels that their nominee would be perfect fit for the position. Mike Pence, in his acceptance speech, talked about life, liberty, freedom, and the American flag, and to have law and order for all Americans, every race, creed, and color. Pence continues with listing accomplishments from the White House, rebuilding the military and adding a new branch called the U.S. Space Force, suspending travel to China to stop the spread of COVID, and a vaccine's arrival by the year's end. His goal as Vice President is to make America great again. The acceptance speech of Kamala Harris spoke about the experiences she brings to the position as a lawyer, district attorney, attorney general, and U.S. senator. She has fought for children, sexual assault survivors, freedom, and equal justice for all under the law. The fight continues against transnational gangs, racism, and systemic injustice. Kamala Harris for the people. There you have it, the highlights of each candidate's speech. Did this make you think? There's more to ponder in the next segment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Artise Hines, and I'm talking to you today about the difference in the speeches of Melania Trump and Michelle Obama. On one hand, we have Mrs. Michelle Obama. The way that her presence speaks for itself when she's talking to the camera or talking to a crowd, she demands respect, and she knows exactly what it is that she wants to say to us individuals. She wants you to get out and go vote. She wants you to know each and every point that she's trying to put across. As we have Melania Trump, very well-spoken young woman, and also the way that she reads and the way that she read during the speeches was you can tell that she was looking at each teleprompter. When you're in media or you're a public speaker or a public figure, you have to know how to speak to a crowd without actually letting them know that you are reading from a teleprompter or that you have cue cards. You can't let them know that. And she wasn't at ease when she was speaking at all. But at the end of the day, you knew what it was that she was trying to get across, her message, as well as you did with Michelle Obama. So again, I just say thank you guys for tuning in with me today, and you have a good one. Back to you, Avela.
Come to our Nita's Washers and Dryers, located at 3638 South Wabash. We offer layaway as well as financing. Also, we have a great deal on delivery. Please come by our Nita's Washers and Dryers at 3638 South Wabash in Chicago, Illinois.
Tonight's business and entertainment section is brought to you by Royalty Beauty Brands, featuring Young Bella Lip Gloss. You can find Royalty Beauty Brands on Facebook, your favorite social media outlet, or log on to www.royaltybeautybrands.com to purchase. Royalty Beauty Brands. We see the beauty in you.
Hi, I'm Daniel Lubin, and this is 5 Live Business Insider Special Report. And today we'll be broadcasting between President Donald Trump and Vice President Joe Biden regarding their economic standpoint. And today we'll be discussing further on their viewpoints. Starting off with President Trump. President Trump holds out a tax reduction and regulatory cuts as cure-alls and frames himself as a conservative champion, but offers little detail about how he pull up the levers of government in the second term. Meanwhile, Vice President Joe Biden, for his part, he frames the federal government as a collective force to combat the coronavirus, rebuild the economy, and address centuries of institutional racism and systematic inequalities. Now, Mr. President Donald Trump, while the stock market has crawled much of its way back, unemployment stands 11.1% in June, higher than Nader. The president has predicted the U.S. economy will rebound in the third and fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Vice President Joe Biden, pitches sweeping federal action as necessary to avoid an extended recession and depression, and to address long-standing inequality that disproportionately affects non-white Americans. His highest plan is the $2 trillion push to end carbon pollution. And this was a special report for 5 Live Business Insider. I was your host, Daniel Lubin.
Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Alnita Williams. We will be talking about the fashion show. Welcome to 5 Alive. I would like to be talking to you about President Trump. He was wearing a dark red tie and a white button-down shirt. His wife, Melania Trump, was wearing an olive green blazer with a matching skirt and matching shoes. Now, running candidate Joe Biden was wearing a suit with a white button-down shirt and black shoes and a white and blue tie to match, made of satin. His wife was wearing a green wrap dress, matching gold earrings, necklace, and bracelet. All of the candidates looked wonderful. Vice President Mike Pence was wearing a dark blue suit with a red tie, button-down shirt. His wife was wearing a light blue dress, and they both looked elegant. And Kamala Harris was wearing a maroon suit. She looked wonderful with a maroon matching top and rose-colored pearls and matching shoes to match. I want to tell you thank you for tuning in to 5 Alive. This is Alnita. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Welcome to the RNC versus DNC Music Edition with your host, DJ Mac, the hottest DJ in the land. Now let's dive right into this. The Republican National Conference opened up with country singer Trace Atkins singing the national anthem. Unfortunately, the Republican Party was less worried about entertainment and more worried about Trump's celebrational closing. With a colorful performance led by the White House and Christopher Machito singing Ave Marie, the Hail Mary prayer put into music. Now with the Democrats, we have a different story. Natalie Maines and the Chicks performed the national anthem. Common and John Legend performed their hit song Glory. Billie Eilish also debuted a song, My Future, as well as a remarkable performance from Prince Royce and Billy Porter. Well, in this head-to-head battle, we can clearly see the Democrats has caught the ears of many. Back to you, 5 Live.
To give our thoughts on the going into this year's election here in November, let's go through all the two platforms that Joe Biden and Donald Trump has put out through all the campaigns and the speeches. So we all know that Donald Trump is living in his own America. He thinks he has everything under control, and he says that the coronavirus will be gone there like anytime soon. But the only problem is that it keeps rising and rising as many times as they go up in each state, and he doesn't really realize that. And Joe Biden sees the picture when it comes to the coronavirus, the racism, the Black Lives Matter, the police brutality, and everything else that's going on in America right now. So all the people out there, they know their voices, they know their thoughts, they know who wants to be their president. So I'm just going to leave it out to you guys to let me know all your thoughts and shares into who you think has the better judgment, the better platform, and a better statement into going to this year's election.
You have been watching 5 Live News.